You've got three choices, and I want to see it on the message board right now. And you've got old fashioned, which just means period, end of discussion. It's orange and white like the old school days. Or you've got black uniforms, meaning that you do those at least once a year, but the rest of it is just orange and white. Or you do the Smokey Greys without the black uniforms and the rest is orange and white, or all the above. Because this used to be a huge, monstrous deal, and now it's not. So, on board already, we have a lot of different opinions. And let's start with Travis. I definitely want to see him once a year, twice if on Halloween. Same with Gray, just once. I'm a traditional type of guy. Old fashioned, says Charles. Then the black uniforms. And Smoky Mountain Red said, I love the Smoky Gray helmet, the silhouette of the Smoky Mountains. It stole my heart. That is pretty cool. And then you had, but I like the blacks as well for the Halloween green from Smoky Red. So Smoky Mountain Red. Here's the bottom line is a lot of people didn't like the black jerseys because Lane Kiffin just flubbed that all up. And he put together a jersey. And I know there were some traditional fans that walked out of the stadium because they thought it was orange and white only. So Lane Kiffin took the hit for that. And he put middle school jerseys that were put together in like 5 days. This is not that. These look fantastic. You've got Nike involved, and they're really, really tight. The blacks and the grays. So whether or not you're a traditionalist, whether or not you like them, they both look good as far as just from a visual perspective. But Caleb, I'll be honest with you, and I guess I'm going to be old guy in the room. I understand that the black and gray uniforms help you in recruiting, but at the end of the day, Tennessee's orange and white should help you in recruiting. Tennessee's tradition should help you in recruiting. I don't think this whole thing is about recruiting as much as it is just about having different jerseys to sell. I think it's as simple as cash money at the end of the day.
Oh, I'm with you. Look, buzz is not buzz. People, this whole buzz is buzz philosophy. I said this earlier in the year. Remember things that people overrate when hiring?
What's the
The
philosophy?
idea that people have this philosophy that buzz is buzz and it's good no matter what. I'm like,
Okay. So even all publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity.
yes, and it's a stupid philosophy. It's a dumb philosophy on its face. And this is, but I'm going to disagree with you. I'm an all of the above type of guy. And I'm an all of the above type of guy because it's fun. And but the problem is they're doing it the wrong times. They did the Smokey Gray for Austin Peay, and they're doing the black jerseys for this weekend for South Carolina. Here's what you should always do it. The Smokey Greys should be your first home game after fall officially hits, which is September 21st, 23rd, something like that. Because, the concept of the Smokey Greys is the Smoky Mountain backdrop and just the culture of fall in Knoxville, which, as you know, Dave, fall in Knoxville, it's the prettiest fall in America. It's like the Smoky Mountains, it's the one place where gray overcast kind of looks good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so fall is beautiful. So I think the first Saturday in fall, your first home game in the fall, you do Smokey Greys. You do the all blacks for your last home game before Halloween because black and orange is Halloween. And it fits perfectly. Yeah, it's not going to help you in recruiting. It'll help you sell some extra jerseys, though. And in an age of NIL, you need more money. I mean, you just do. You need more money in an age of NIL because guess what? Money that used to go to facilities and coaches, I know the schools don't pay it, but I don't care. It's now going to players.
Hey, Travis has a good idea. I want to see an icy white, solid white, head to toe with numbers and logos outlined in orange only. The numbers and logos in solid white. I love that, and like almost a metallic white on the helmet. I'd be good with that. But at the end of the day, what's that?
You can do that on the road.
Yeah, but I mean, like a metallic sort of helmet that, I don't know, it's kind of like more crystal looking than white. I think that would look pretty tight.
Yeah, it would. I actually missed the former all-white uniforms, though, during the former era. Remember the black outline on the numbers? With the orange?
The Stormtroopers? Is that the one?
Is that what they called them? Yeah, that's all that's all they ever really wore on the road under Fulmer, I feel like, the whole time. And those were awesome. I do one more gimmick. Sorry, I would, and they already did this, but do one smoky gray, one black, and do one all orange. Maybe save all orange for like homecoming with the orange pants. I know it's a little extra, it's a little much, but one where you do all orange. And yeah, now what I'll say is this. You can't really do this because I think they like the black jerseys for when kickoff is at night, and you don't know when kickoff is going to be at night. So because this is a night game, they're deciding, let's go ahead and do these now.
Yeah, pretty good point. But do you hear anybody anymore complaining about alternate jerseys? Because it was a big deal when Lane Kiffin first did it, partly because they looked like bleep, as was posted on our message board. I'm not going to say that word, but it was that I think it was also Lane Kiffin's brashness. It was a big, huge monster deal when he did that, and fans were absolutely as upset about that game in which they hammered South Carolina with the black jerseys. They were as upset about the black jerseys as they were happy about the win.
So no, I don't think why. And I'm going to say this is a generational thing. And I'm going to attack something about the boomer and the silent generation right now. And I apologize to every member of that generation. I'm not saying this applies to all of you. Many of y'all's generation believes that tradition started when you guys were around, and there was nothing before you guys. So the orange and white, for instance, that people are like, that's tradition. Tennessee's orange and white. Tennessee didn't always have orange and white, right? Their first undefeated.
Their first jerseys were actually
black.
They were black.
Yeah. In 1914, when they went undefeated and won the SIAA, they wore all black. You guys, your generation, to your credit, said, we shouldn't be all traditional. Let's do something nice and add some flair and do something different. That's where something like orange and white comes in. Or that's where something like running through the T comes into play in the 1960s. Or adding Smokey as a mascot. Okay, that was changing tradition, Dave. When Tennessee first ran through the T, that was way after Robert Nealon was coaching. That was nothing but a slap in the face to tradition. But you guys all were for it. So how could you then, when a younger generation wants to do something new, say, well, that's not tradition? You guys act like your changes to tradition are the only things that should be changed and there should be no new traditions in the future. No, that's not how it should be done. Okay? If you want to say it's all about tradition, then go back to wearing all black jerseys, no running through the T, no power T on the helmet. Let's just throw all that out. It's tradition. Remember, original tradition is none of that stuff. The whole point of tradition was new at one point, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to say that was a generational thing. And to my fellow boomers and silent generation members, the world did not start when you were born.
Wow. This brought out your inner John Adams. Somebody said it probably did. Portions of the program brought to you by Zen Sports, the new sportsbook in Tennessee, revolutionizing the way you earn sports betting rewards. That means no more deposit bonuses that turn into deposit nightmares. On Zen Sports, what you see is what you get. With their cash rewards program, you get a lot of cash for a welcome bonus. Earn an unlimited 5% cash back on your betting volume for your first 15 days when you sign up with the promo code HOOKED. That's HOOKED, HOOKED. That's right, unlimited 5% cash back. Keep betting and keep earning with up to 3% cash back on your betting volume every month after that. And refer friends to earn a percentage of their betting volume as cash rewards too. Zen Sports bringing the cash back to Tennessee. So if you bet big on sports, you want to be betting on Zen Sports. Zen Sports betting just got better. Travis says mine and Dave's generations was the 80s and 90s. It was 100% orange and white. Heck yeah, it was. And I wouldn't have a problem if they didn't do alternate jerseys. I don't know how much it really helps in recruiting anymore. I mean, Oregon still hasn't gotten the big war daddy defensive tackles to help them win a national championship. Notre Dame's done it. Every team does it now. But did it really help in recruiting? No, it really helped in selling jerseys. That's a fact. Nobody said, I'm going to Tennessee because of a dad blame jersey. Come on.
No, but like you said, it helps with money, and money matters. Okay, money helps you in recruiting. So, I mean, look, and by the way, it's funny you said that about Oregon. I listened to Shannon Sharp. He had a great point. I don't mind what Dan Lanning said about Deion Sanders over the weekend. They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins. But that's really funny coming from Oregon when they've been all about clicks for 40 years with their jersey combinations, haven't they?
Absolutely.